Yo, what's good YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome back to the New York Jets franchise as we will near the trade deadline and pass it here in this episode. But here we are at week number 6. We are 2-3. Who would have thought we would have this type of start this season? You know, we obviously traded away a bunch of guys, and we do have a new quarterback, Dalton Carmichael. He's not doing too bad. Obviously, some rookie mistakes early. 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He did get hurt. Remember, he is an injury-prone player. And Phoenix Fraser came off of the bench and played pretty well, to be honest. You know, one thing I did do is I did modify Dalton Carmichael's injury rating. I know some of you guys talked about it, and I had him at 62. We had him at 62 before. I raised it up to 70. I want it to be a realistic rate of injury. But how about DeAndre Waddle this season? 7.5 sacks. This guy barely even touched the field last year, but now he's showing that he could be our best pass rusher right now on our team, even better than Brad Matthews has been. He's been kind of disappointing since his rookie year, and DeAndre Waddle actually leads the NFL in sacks with 7.5 through the first 5 games, and Denzel Mims is second in yards with 506. And you saw that on the screen when I opened up this video. He was actually complaining about not getting the ball, and he's second in the league in yards. That's interesting. So first, we go up against the Patriots, and we are all 2-3 in this division right now. This is just going to be an interesting finish. Every single season, one thing I like about this series is every single season, it's been close in our division. We've never won it outright. It just like completely blew away our division. It's always been close with the Patriots and also the Bills. And now we go up against a former Jet in CJ Mosley, who signed a 1-year, a very cheap deal, $2.77 million deal with the Patriots. We'll see how this one goes. So Gardner Minshew is still the quarterback of the Patriots now, as now they're on a 3rd and 9. This time Gardner Minshew fumbles. It's picked up by Clelin Ferrell, and he's going to take it all the way. It's a touchdown. How about this start to this game? And look who it is. We were just talking about him. Brad Matthews gets to the quarterback, gets that swipe down, and strips it away from Minshew. And Ferrell picks it up and takes it to the house. So 7-0 here in this game. On to the second quarter. Here's a throw across the middle, and that is caught by Denzel Mims, who was just calling for the ball. And now it's a first down here. We start the second quarter. Another throw back to Mims, getting to the 40 now. One thing I like about Dalton Carmichael that Chance Tyree didn't have is the elite arm strength. Carmichael can fit it in really tight windows due to that really strong arm. But here he is dropping back, and that is going to be a sack on Chase Winovich. As now we get it to a 3rd and 17 at our own 46. Rolling to right side. Carmichael's going to throw, and he can't get it there. He's looking for Jasper Sweet. That's going to fall incomplete. So now here are the Patriots back out on offense. Here's a throw to left side, and Ashton Davis almost got there in time. That is going to be caught as they get it to a 2nd and 7 now at the 16. Handoff. This is going to be Alexander Madison, who's now the running back. Trucks George Caver, and he gets inside the 5 on that run. And it's 1st and goal here for the Patriots. Handoff, Madison, touchdown. He walks in from the 4-yard line, and he does tie this game up at 7 apiece here for the Patriots. This has been quite the rivalry here in this series. The Patriots and the Jets have been 1-2 in the division this entire series, it seems like. Here on our own 37, that's going to be an interception. That's Justin Jackson in the secondary. Is it Justin Jackson or Josh Jackson? Look at Dalton Carmichael. I'm not sure if he got hit on that throw. That's J.C. Jackson. What am I saying? I don't know if he got hit on that throw or what, but it seemed like that throw was just way off. I don't know if the pressure was in his face. He just threw it way off the mark or what, but it wasn't even close. So now the Patriots in the 3rd quarter try to get into the end zone, and that is going to be a stop. Quinnen Williams and also the rookie Rick Stark in the backfield. What a name that is. I love him. He's a pretty good rookie right now. As now we do get it to a 3-point game here, now down 10-7 with 3.5 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Here is Roy Toth, who has been quiet up to this point. We're going to start to give him the ball now. So here he is once again. Handoff. He finds the lane. He gets the 1st down. Gain of 15 on that one. And we get to the 33, just in field goal range. So 1st and 10 now. Carmichael, hands off. Toth from the shotgun. He's got another big hole. He gets to the 18-yard line. I like what I'm seeing from Toth this drive. Another 1st down. So Jose Bishop checks into the game. Remember, Deion Carter was hurt in the 1st week. I don't think he ever came back yet. He's going to be out a couple more weeks. As here is Carmichael scrambling, and he gets to the 1st down marker, but now he's shaking up. And now we get it to a 3rd and inches at the 8, and Phoenix Fraser comes into the game. Hopefully it's not serious. Handoff. Roy Toth up the middle, tries to reach out for the goal line, but gets stopped at the 1. As now we're going to hand it off right back to him. As we hurry up to the line, handoff, Toth. He's going to find the end zone. It's a touchdown for Roy Toth. He is going to be so good for us here in this series. I really like what he's bringing to the table. He's definitely a different type of back than Dwayne Lincoln is. I think that Roy Toth just breaks a whole lot of tackles. Look at this. Handoff, breaking a tackle, still on his feet, breaking another one. And he picks up a gain of about 13 yards. It's going to be a holding call, though, so this one will come back. So in a 14 and 10 game, another handoff. This time Roy Toth fights off of a defender and picks up a gain of 6. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, this guy just breaks everything. And now we get it to a 3rd and 6 now at our own 15. Carmichael, pressure right in his face, and he can't get rid of it. It's a sack, and the Patriots are there. And that one is going to force us into a punt here, under 3 minutes left. So the Patriots now back on offense, having a chance to get into the end zone here. They have to score in the end zone. They can't settle for a field goal. Now we're to the 2-minute warning. They have all 3 timeouts. This time, deep throw, one-on-one, and it's going to be caught. That's over the rookie Antoine Coleman, and he gives up a big one. Is now Gardner Minshew set up inside of field goal range, but this time can't find anybody. Quinnen Williams for the big-time sack. And now they're at the 18 here, 3rd and goal. Minshew throws it across the middle. He's got Asiasi, and he's going to get to about the 9-yard line, and that one will force them to go for it here at the 9. We get a stop here. We win this game. Throw to the 1-yard line, and it's a stop on the goal line. Take another look. That's James Washington. His knee gets down just before the end zone. The rookie Rick Stark on the tackle. So now all we need is a couple of 1st downs, and that one should do it. And we hold on here, 14-10 versus a divisional opponent. Moving on to 3-3 on the season. That was quite the finish there. Every single one of these games so far have come down to the final drive, and we finally get one to go in our favor. Dunn Carmichael ends up being okay. He was only out for that series, so he came back in, but he did throw 2 interceptions in that matchup, and that's what kept the Patriots in this game. But we end up getting the win here. Roy Toth ran for over 100 yards, and most of that yardage came in the second half, where we started to run the ball and give the ball off to him. We did not throw the ball well at all. Denzel Mims had 2 for 38. Those 2 catches that you saw were the only 2 catches from Denzel Mims in this game. And then how about Brad Matthews getting that strip sack and a scoop and score for Farrell? And that ended up propelling us to a win, giving us momentum early. So now we are 500 and play the Houston Texans, but then we lose the next game. I mean, we are just inconsistent to start this season. I don't know what it is, but now we drop to 3-4 through our first 7 games. Dunn Carmichael has another game with an interception, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Deshaun Watson threw 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Roy Toth ran for 66 yards. And looks like Jose Bishop had 2 for 7. Denzel Mims had 4 for 61. And Macklin scored the only touchdown in this game for our offense. So now we move to week 8, and that means it's the trade deadline. And a lot of you guys have been talking about Dwayne Lincoln and what we should do with him. He has requested a trade, so we will grant it. Dwayne Lincoln's been good to us. We're going to trade him to a situation where he can be the starter right now. He deserves it. He's a very good back. And then I do want to improve our offensive line. I think we just need to protect Dunn Carmichael just a little bit more. And I don't want him to get hurt, especially hurt for the season or even hurt for longer. So I'm going to protect him and trade for a left tackle or a right tackle that we can use at right tackle. Now, one guy I'm looking at is Tyrell Crosby. He is a younger guy, but he has a very steep contract. 1 year, about $8 million left on his contract, and he is going to be demanding a bigger contract next year as well because he is kind of a younger offensive lineman. But then I look at their backup right tackle for the Lions. It's Deshaun James. He's more favorable here. 1 year, about $4.69 million, and he actually looks a little better than Tyrell Crosby does. So we do actually trade right tackles. We swap right tackles and we give up a fourth for Deshaun James. I think this is a good trade here because we do get a really good pass blocker, and that's one thing I want to do. I need to protect Dalton Carmichael. So we add to that, give Dalton Carmichael some help on that offensive line. It will also help our running game. So then we look at the Rams, a team that has an opening at running back. They do have Zach Moss as their starter, but Dwayne Lincoln is 1 point better, so he would start right away when we do trade him to them. And what I want in return is a quarterback. You saw last game versus a couple of opponents, to be honest with you, that Antoine Coleman has been struggling on the left side of the defense, and we need help there. So I look at David Long Jr. He is their 3rd rated cornerback, but he would be our 2nd rated cornerback on our roster. So I'm going to trade them straight up, Dwayne Lincoln, David Long Jr., and they will accept that trade. I think this is a fair offer for both teams. They get a starter at running back, we get a starter at cornerback, and they didn't really even need Long. He was not even on the field that much. I was looking at his stats. He hasn't even played that much, and it just works out for both squads. So those are our trade deadline moves. We are 3-4, and every single team has 4 losses in our division right now. Dolphins are 2-4, and now we go up against the Dolphins once again, and they have George Jenkins at quarterback. Let's see if we can win this one, another divisional game to go to 2-0 here in the division. So here's Roy Toth. He is coming off of a 60-yard game here in the last game, and let's see if we can get him the ball early on, get this offense going. Here's a throw to the right side, and that is caught by Denzel Mims. We need to get him the ball early and often as well as we pick up the first down, gain of 16. So here's a throw to the left side. That is going to be caught, and that is Mims again open. How do you leave him that wide open? He gets to the 45. He's got the first 2 catches of the game. So we eventually get it across the 50 now, running Macklin in motion. Handoff, top. He finds the lane, and he's got a lot of room. He gets to the 26-yard line. You can just see it's just a different type of explosion with Roy Toth than it was with Dwayne Lincoln. Nothing wrong with Dwayne Lincoln, but I think that Roy Toth is just a better player. So here's a throw to left side, and it's picked off. That's big play, Slay on defense, and he's going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Miami. Dalton Carmichael got hit on that throw, and it resulted in a duck being thrown in the air. Just take a look. They had the throw was way off, and the receiver had to come back to the ball. That was one-on-one with Denzel Mims and Slay. I would have took Mims all day on that matchup, and it ends up being a 10-0 lead here for Miami early. So here we are on offense here. Here's a throw to the right side, and that is caught by Denzel. He picks up about a gain of 11 yards. So handoff up the middle. This is Roy Toth who picks up the first down yardage on that one. Gain of 13 on that one to start the second half. So we do get into field goal range now at the 18-yard line. Handoff, another one. Roy Toth breaks a tackle. It's a touchdown. Roy Toth is just a different beast. That is his 10th touchdown in the first 8 games. He is a monster, and he makes it 7. We get on the board that time, but we do eventually score another touchdown here. So now we have the lead here towards the end of the first half, 14-10. So here's Jose Bishop in the game, and Jose Bishop is a guy we picked up as an undrafted free agent 2 seasons ago, and he's been kind of that guy that we've had just in case Deion Carter has been hurt. As we throw to the right side now on a 3rd and 4, that's Jasper Sweet open, and he gets pushed out of bounds by his former teammate in college, Nathan Beaver, but it's a big-time first down to about the 25. So now with 2 minutes left, here's a quick throw, and that is dropped. Denzel Mims could not hold on to that one. So 3rd and 9, throw across the middle, going back to Mims. He's got it First down. That's what I love about Carmichael. He uses that arm strength to fit it into those tight spaces. So first and goal now. Getting a good block that time by Juwan James. Throwing to the end zone. Touchdown. There we go. We are now taking the 2-score lead. But how about the block on the right side by Juwan James, opening up that scramble and throw. And now it's a 21-10 game as now Miami sends the blitz and gets after Dalton Carmichael. And look who it is. It's Marcus May, the former Jet, getting in there for the sack. A lot of former Jets we're playing against here in this episode. Throw across the middle, and it's going to be caught. And that is Jamison Crowder picking up the yards right back. So moving into a 3rd and 10. Quick throw. It's Mims. And he's got it one-on-one against big play Slay. This is when Slay's a little older now. Remember, we're in season 5, so 5 years later from now. And now here's Roy Topp. We're going to give it to him. He cuts back and picks up about a gain of 7 yards. So now 3rd and 3. Another throw out of the backfield is Topp again. And he picks up the first down. You know, I love what he has because he has that X-Factor ability, freight train, which allows him to break a ton of tackles when he gets into the zone. So now at the 29-yard line this time, Carmichael facing pressure, just dumps it off short to Macklin. And it is caught by Tariq Macklin. And that one does get us a gain of 3, and we settle for the 3 points. So now we move on to the 4th quarter now, an 11-point game. Carmichael throws across the middle. That's Crowder in traffic over Beaver, and he picks up the first down. Dalton Carmichael has his career high now in passing yards in the game. So Crowder is over 100 yards, almost 10 catches, handoff. Toth, he runs over Beaver and gets tackled by May. But it's going to get us to the 5-yard line. He goes over 100 yards once again. Just remember that Dwayne Lincoln did not have a lot of 100-yard games. Roy Toth, he's a 100-yard rusher pretty much every time he steps on the field. As now we get it to the 1. Handoff. Toth into the end zone. Touchdown. That gives us a 30-burger on the board. And now we have the 3-score lead here. And now Miami trying to scrape their way back. Down by 3 scores, 3.5 to go. It's now a 4th and 11 at the 24. They're going to throw to left side, and it's going to be knocked away. Looking for the number 3 overall pick in Zeke Timberlake, and look who it is. David Long in coverage. He makes the play, and that one gives us the victory. Both of our impact guys from the trade deadline making plays. Juwan James at right tackle had that good block. And then how about David Long Jr. at the end, knocking away the pass on that one, giving us the victory. And I love what we did at the trade deadline. Getting a good cornerback on the left side, we definitely needed it. And then adding that right tackle to our offensive line, definitely boosting up our running and passing game. I really like this team going into the second half of this season, as Roy Toth ran 24 times for 133. Deion Carter should be returning next episode, so you will see some carries from him as well, because that's why Roy Toth's been getting the bulk of the carries. I don't want to injure Roy Toth, so I don't want to, give him a heavy load. So I'm excited for Deion Carter to come back, relieve Toth from, getting that big workload. I definitely like to spread it out. We had 2 100-yard receivers in this game as well. And then how about Waddle? Another game, another sack for Waddle. He's having himself a phenomenal year. This could be the biggest sack total we have in this series from one player, because Waddle is definitely on his way to doing that, as Von White had an interception in this game as well. So the next 4 games, we have the Rams, who we just traded Dwayne Lincoln to, and then we also play the Raiders and then another divisional opponent as well. But we are sitting here right in the middle of the AFC at 4-4. We are in first place, tied with the Patriots there for the divisional lead. So we will have to see how the rest of the season will shake out. I like our trade deadline moves. I think it's going to make it easier on us, and especially going up against some pretty good opponents. Remember, the Raiders were the #1 seed the last 2 seasons. And then we go up against the Rams, Dolphins once again, and then the Cardinals as well. So hit subscribe, hit that like button. We're going into the second half of the season strong. I like what I see right now. So stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
Yeah, they filling out these job applications. Life got hard after high school graduation. I went to college and your boy got financial aid. They gave me money, then I went and bought a pair of J's. And I bought a pair of shades. And I bought a new computer. Had $400 left, spent the rest on